Hello, welcome to the second trimester. I am going to do this video in two parts. So I feel like there's a lot of changes in the second trimester body-wise. So I am halfway through right now. I'm at 19 weeks. So I'm going to talk about what I wore for that first half of the second trimester. And then I'll do another video at the end and talk about what I wore for the second half of the second trimester. Okay, so let me just give like a few baseline sort of thoughts and a few observations. So as you saw in the video for the first trimester, a lot of things fit fine, but they weren't comfortable. So I was having a hard time there. Now in the second trimester, it's not that they don't fit comfortably, they just simply don't fit. My clothes do not fit. I was putting everything in those linen boxes. I upgraded to a big, huge like tub where I have all my jeans and all of the things that aren't fitting me right now. So that is, again, a really, really big tip as things, continue to not fit. Just get them away. It's nice to open your closet and have everything be an option. And I think that that's been something that's been really helpful for me. Another thing is that I'm having a really hard time. I'm having a really hard time getting dressed. Getting dressed is usually pretty easy for me. Like I can kind of think about what I want to wear and it usually works okay. And if it doesn't, it's my job and my career. So like I kind of have this skill set to figure out why something doesn't work and I'm able to fix it. So it used to take me like 3 to 5 minutes to get dressed. Now it's taking me 15 minutes to get dressed. I'm trying on a bunch of stuff that isn't working. I will leave the house. My bed has like a bunch of clothes on it. It's been like a real struggle and it's really tricky to feel out of control in your body and like kind of just, it's a totally new thing and it's been really hard. The two hardest things to get dressed for, at least for me in this first half of the second trimester, is going to see clients when I want to look professional but still be comfortable. And the second hardest thing is like going out to dinner with friends. I found that since jeans are not comfortable, I'll show you the jeans I wear. They're not necessarily like the most comfortable thing that I want to wear all the time. So I'm having a hard time making my looks feel interesting and cool because I really rely a lot on jeans. So I'm having a hard time like adding that like cool texture, like that roughness or that casualness. I find that a lot of my looks are looking really polished and put together, but like I'm kind of missing a bit of that edge, which has been kind of tricky. And I'll show you kind of the ways that I've been attempting to get that back into my style. So let's talk about work from home and just those kind of things quickly. So similar to the work from home looks that I talked about in the first trimester video, I'm kind of sticking to that same formula. It's getting warmer in LA, so instead of sweaters, I'll just wear a t-shirt. I like a longer t-shirt now. I'll get into that in a bit more depth later, but t-shirt, and then I'm living in these Enza Costa pants. They're a linen pant. I have them in black and white. They have pockets. They're just like really breezy. They're light. They're really easy to wear. So I'll wear this to work from home. Feels like pajamas. It's really easy. I'll usually put a little bit of jewelry on and then sit down and do FaceTime. So that's been really easy. And the pants that I showed you in my first video, like these white ones with the drawstring, these still fit great. I mean, they have a drawstring, so they're, pretty flexible. So I still wear these quite a bit. These cashmere ones that I think I showed in the first video, I'll also wear with a t-shirt. And these are pretty great as well. So yeah, so I guess we don't have to necessarily talk too much about the work from home and the cozy because I really covered that in the first trimester and that hasn't changed. What's really changed is what I wear to see clients. So I will show you my go-to formula. Okay, so I am wearing a elastic waist crepe pant. These are from The Row. I have them or had them already pre-pregnancy in black. I bought them one size up in navy. They're bias cut, so the black ones in the smaller size hugged my hips a little bit more. These are just have like a little bit more room, but I'll definitely still be able to wear them post-pregnancy. Okay, so this has sort of been my criteria for buying new things during this phase of my life. I want to buy things that make me feel beautiful and attractive. When you're pregnant, or at least I'll just speak for myself, being pregnant, I don't feel incredibly attractive. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel any control over my body or what I look like, which is really, really tricky for me. So if I find something and like the material's beautiful and it just like makes me feel beautiful and pretty, I'll take it. So my criteria is like, does it make me feel good and make me feel pretty and make me feel great? Check. My second criteria is this something that I'm gonna wear post-pregnancy as well. So these pants definitely fit that criteria because I wore those black ones all the time. And like I said, these are one size bigger, but they're not that much bigger. So I will still wear these a lot post-pregnancy, so I figured it was worth a splurge. I didn't feel amazing about it when I went to go buy them in another color. I was like, is this real? Am I really gonna do this? But I realized like, this is kind of the stage that I'm at, and this is what's gonna make me feel good in a time where I'm really kind of struggling to feel like confident and great. And I'm sure people can relate to that. I totally understand the idea of people not wanting to buy things or just wanting to buy really inexpensive things because again, it's just like a short period of their time. I'm kind of taking a different approach where it's like, I will spend money on something if it's something that I know I'll wear again. Okay, let's talk about t-shirt. I've only found 2 t-shirts that I like right now. This one is also an expensive one. It's really thin and drapey. So what I like, especially, you know, having a larger chest even before pregnancies, I like things that have a little bit of drape that are a little soft. The really structured t-shirts are okay if they're a little cropped, but for me, I want something kind of drapey, and right now I want something long. So this is another expensive t-shirt. It's from The Row. I'm gonna find like a dupe. Like I have to really try them on though, because I want to find something that like I think is just as good as this. I don't necessarily wear this particular t-shirt when I'm like working from home. I kind of think of it as like my nice t-shirt, and I'll wear it when I'm seeing clients or when I'm going out to dinner. So I have this t-shirt, these pants, the flats. I have this pendant, which you saw in the first video. I've been relying a lot on jewelry. Now let's talk about the jacket. For a while, and in the first trimester, I was able to do like really boxy blazers, and I think that looked really great. But now when I put on something really boxy or really drapey or really oversized, it almost feels like the whole look is oversized. So before I was able to do a little tuck with my t-shirt and, you know, have the jeans and then like a big blazer, and that felt good. But now I have the bigger t-shirt, the drapier pant, and so like having the big blazer, it just felt like a lot of big to me. So I found this vintage little cropped jacket. It's really cool, I think, because I felt like I needed something that's like not necessarily showing my waist, because I don't really have one right now, but that's like just kind of creating a different silhouette, kind of just like giving me a little bit of interest. So this, to me, this shape is nice. I really like the shorter sleeves. I like the scallop edging, and this has just been like my go-to. If you see me out and about, especially if you're a client and I've been to your house, I've been wearing this with either these pants, the black pants, or the white pants. It's just the formula for right now. To me, this feels professional. It feels put together. I feel comfortable. I don't necessarily feel cool, but I think that what helps kind of the cool factor, or at least giving a little personality, is adding my jewelry, like this necklace, the cuff. I'll put on rings. I have a lot of like more statement-y, chunky jewelry pieces that I'll rely on a lot right now, just because that's kind of where I'm getting my personality. So this is one formula, which is drapey pant, longer t-shirt, shorter jacket. This is a very similar look, the drapey pants. I have some black sandals. I have a drapey t-shirt. This t-shirt's also like a jersey, so it's almost like wearing a silk t-shirt. I got this vintage belt with seashells, and it's really fun. I have a lot of caftans that I'm gonna wear when I get even bigger, and I figured this belt would be something really nice to add on, but I've been really liking it to kind of drape with like a lower pant. I just wanted to show one more thing. Okay, I just want to give like a quick peek at the COS jeans. These are them. I've posted them before. They're great. I'm doing it with like a little pointed toe shoe here just to give like a little structure. I have a knit vest on, which is nice. I'm excited for once I'm showing my bump to kind of unbutton a few buttons and have the bump out if it's something that I want to do. And I have this blazer, which I thought it wouldn't fit anymore, but it still fits. So this is something I would also wear to see a client. Now, this blazer isn't really oversized and it's not really drapey. So to me, this is one that I can still wear without feeling like it's big, big, big. I also feel like because this top is like, it's still long, but it's a little bit more fitted than the t-shirts and it's lower, I can go a little bit more oversized with the other pieces without feeling like it's overwhelming me. So these are the COS jeans. Now I'm gonna try on the jeans that I think every pregnant person should have. They're just an amazing jean. I'm gonna show you them and I think I'll be able to wear them after pregnancy. They might be a little baggy, but I'll show you them. I just had a real panic because couldn't find my jeans. That's how you know they're really good. They're at the bottom of my laundry pile, so they're a little wrinkly and dirty, but just picture them like cleaner. These are the Still Here Cool jeans, and these are my MVPs, especially for these past however many weeks I've been in the second trimester. I absolutely love them. I wear them all the time. I went 2 sizes up. They're really low, so that's what I really like about them. They have a button fly, they're really low, so they sit underneath my stomach. The other thing that I love about them is these COS jeans are great to like go out to dinner in, but they're a bit stiff. Like you don't want to be sitting in them for a super long time. I don't know if you can tell, but like the denim is soft, at least the white ones are. They feel fine to sit in. I really like them. I think this checks my box of something that I could wear post-pregnancy. I might have to get them taken in a little bit, but I really, really like them. I think that they're so excellent. I don't know what I would do without these jeans. Like I said, when I couldn't find them just now, I was really freaked out because these have really just been like, when in doubt, if I'm seeing a client, if I'm going to dinner, I know that I can throw these on. I'll usually do it with like a little ballet flag. Right now I put them on with a sandal, but they come with like a belt, like a little kind of leather sort of belt. It was bugging me, so I just kind of took it off, and I don't think you can tell. I'm also not in a place where I'm doing like a tuck necessarily, so I don't think it matters. If I do a belt, I'll kind of do a tie one, and I'll do it like a little bit more low slung. I have to tell you guys, my favorite t-shirt, that Silver Lake baby tee, I was like, oh, I have it actually in 1 size larger. The brand sent me a few, which was so nice of them. So I was like, I have it in the size larger than I normally take. Let me just try it on. You guys, it looked so bad because it's just all about proportion. Like that t-shirt works for me when like my chest is a little bit smaller, I'm a little bit more narrow, and I don't necessarily have a belly that I'm trying to hide. Here's the thing, as much as I wanted to rip that shirt off myself and say like, I never want to see that again, I stood there in the mirror for a second and I said, okay, like what's actually not working about this? And what it was is because my chest was so big, it was making it a little bit too short and it was really tight here. So that's when I was kind of iterating on the idea like, okay, I need something a little bit longer, I need something a little drapier, and that's how I was able to kind of narrow in on this t-shirt that I actually love. So it does take a little bit of analysis, I think, to find the thing that you do like if the thing that you don't like isn't working, if that makes sense. Okay, I'll just show you one more quick look. Okay, this is what I wore yesterday. This is the same base basically as before. I have the white Still Here jeans. I just added a flat, put on my trusty black t-shirt, and this is another cropped jacket that I have. Again, the crop jackets have really been my friend. This one I got at the outlet. It's like a Loewe jacket that I got at the Palm Springs outlet, and then I just have these sunglasses because I feel like without them, I mean, I obviously only wear these outside, but I feel like without them, it's missing a bit of the 70s. So I usually do like my big slouchy hobo bag and then grab these sunglasses just so I can add a bit of my 70s. And that's all. Okay, so that's the first part of my second trimester. I will see you at the end of the second trimester. Oh, I just wanted to do some product shout outs. So in the first video, I talked about Parallel, I talked about the Mother Cream, and I talked about dry brushing. I'm still doing all of that and loving it. My newfound obsession for the second trimester is Skims. Everybody's known about it, I think, besides me. The Fits Everybody bra. life-changing. I've had to get all new bras because my chest has grown to a place that I didn't even think was possible. But yeah, so the Skims, like the Skims everything. I've gotten Skims pajamas, I've gotten Skims all the bras. I haven't done the underwear yet because I do love my Everlane underwear. So we'll see if I venture into underwear, but like my hero for first part of second trimester, and I'm sure the rest of my pregnancy, Skims. Everybody's been talking about it. I don't know why I haven't been listening. If you're pregnant and you need a good bra, try Skims. Yay. Okay, I'll see you at the end of my second trimester. Thanks for following along.